day. Happy Thursday evening, and today I have something special topic for all of you. Okay, before I go into this topic, I would like to quickly introduce myself because every day there are new people joining this live talk, and for those people, just to introduce myself, I am Tushar Chaudhary. I am your coach, and I help mid-career project managers go into influential leaders. And I strongly believe that most of us at mid-career level, uh, you know, we we achieve that level of wisdom. With that wisdom, we can able to transform the people who are we working with. That is the potential we all have, and that's the potential, the hidden potential in all these mid-career people we are in the workplaces. I can clearly see those people are having huge potential to grow the business, transform the people's life, and that's why I call them as the future of our organization, future leaders of our organization, and that's why I focus on them to groom them into leaders. Okay, so before I now start the talk on the topic, so the topic is for today is why winning is not always the victory you think it is at the workplace. Okay, so before go deeper into topic, I will ask you something again. Okay, question, honest question. Tell me, have you ever won an argument or a discussion or any casual talk at work, but still you felt uneasy inside? Maybe you won an argument in a meeting. You proved someone wrong. You got the credit of that discussion. You got the promotion, but something inside you feel didn't feel peaceful. Okay, have you experienced this situation with you yourself? Type yes in the chat box if you really in the comment section if you really experience this one. And that's why today I want to talk about a hard truth. The not every win is a real victory for us, and many mid-career professionals are chasing wins at the workplace that are quietly costing them something bigger. Okay, so I'd like to talk about the illusion of winning first. See, in corporate life, we are trained to win. Okay, win the argument, win the appraisal, win the credit, win the visibility. But here is the question for all of you: why are you losing while winning? Now, I read one book that deeply changed my thinking on this particular topic. This book is by Robert Greene, The 48 Laws of Power. Now, Robert Greene says in this book that's something very interesting. Sometimes the overt victory creates hidden enemies. Is that a Balbon moment for you? Okay. Sometimes overt victory creates hidden enemies. See, when you win loudly, you may lose influence quietly. Okay. In Indian workplaces, especially, relationships really matter. Respect matters. Long term trust matters. So, winning short term can damage long term positioning, your positioning as a leader. Okay. I'll share you one of my real workplace example. In one of my high pressure project, there was a conflict. There was a disagreement in our stakeholder meeting, and one of my senior team member, he was arguing strongly his point. Technically, he was right. Okay, and the data also supported him. He won the argument, but after the meeting, the client was uncomfortable. The tone became defensive, and slightly there's a trust reduce also. So later, when I had a one-to-one with that senior team member, I just had a word with him. I told him that You won the argument, but did we win the relationship? And that moment changed the entire perspective for him. See, sometimes as a leaders, our role is not to win discussions. Our role is to win the trust. So winning ego battles is easy. Winning long-term influence is leadership. Okay. So the question is, why mid-career professionals fall into this trap? Why mid-career professional feel pressure of need to prove? They feel pressure of to they're proving their capability. They're trying to protect their image. They try to show authority. So when challenged, when the mid-career professionals get challenged, they react very strongly. Okay, I would like to suggest one more book for you to read on this topic, is which was the book name is Ego is the Enemy. And this book beautifully explain the maturity shift that we require. So the author of this book, Ryan Holiday, explains that ego wants to be right, but wisdom wants to be effective. Okay, so being right and being effective are not the same. Is that a bulb on moment again? Type yes in the comment section. So sometimes silence is the victory. Sometimes restraint is leadership. Sometimes letting go is a power. Okay. So there's a deeper lesson here in this particular topic. In leadership, victory is not about who speaks louder or who dominates or who proves more. So the victory is about, do we have a sustainable influence? Do we have a long term respect? Is there stability, emotional stability? I think there is one more book I recall, um, The Art of War. Now, this book reflects this deeply. So, Sun Tzu says in this book, the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Okay, so the strongest leaders don't win every battle. They choose which battles are really worth to fight. Huh? Is that a bulb on moment again? So how, now the question is, how can you really shift yourself within to deal with such a this attitude, this habit? Okay, I'll share with you three practical shifts from which I have experienced and I have analyzed, I realized that we should be implementing, and I think they're practical. Okay, if you really want real victory, not the temporary win. Okay, so I want you to practice this. So one, the first shift that you required is shift from being right to being effective. So if there is any conflict situation in your workplace and you are a part of that conflict situation, being before speaking in conflict, ask, will this improve the situation or just prove my point? And this is actually I teach into my 5 day communicate like a leader situation, a leader challenge. You know how you can move your this habit of being right to being effective. Let me give an example. Instead of saying you are wrong, say, let's look at the data together. Okay, so effectiveness builds the influence, but the ego builds resistance. Okay, so that's why I want you to move from being right to being effective. This is the habit we need to change. This attitude, this mindset need to change. Okay, that shifting is required. Now there is a second shift I would like to suggest with you, all of you, is I want you to shift from that reactive mode to strategic mode. So when there is a tough conversation or maybe conflicting situation happens, Don't react instantly. Take a pause. You know, in such a situation, when the emotions are very high, I think there is no point. You don't need to fight emotion with the emotion. Now, your role is there in such a situation. If you want to be a leader, if you want have that leadership influence, your role is to stabilize the temperature of that room. Now, stabilize the entire environment there. Okay, so if you cannot control emotion, you cannot control outcome. For example, if someone challenges you publicly or in the meeting, no, okay, respond with clarity, not aggression. And this is what actually I believe in calm authority. See, calm professionals look more powerful. Okay, that's the second shift. Shift from being reactive to being strategic. Now, the third shift I would like to suggest to you is that move from this mindset of short-term win to long-term influence, long-term positioning. Just ask yourself one question: when you having any talk with anyone or any discussion with anyone, when you communicate with anyone, you know are you connecting the person or disconnecting the person? Yeah. So before you enter into any conversation, discussion, argument, anything, I want you to check this question with yourself: are you connecting the person with you, or you want to disconnect the person from you? No. So another question I want you to check is, what position am I building in this organization? Are you building a trust? Are you building a stability? Are you building influence? Or are you building a fear? Are you building a tension? Or you want to create silent enemies for yourself? So again, are you connecting people or disconnecting people? So long-term positioning is the real victory. Do you agree with me? Type yes in the comment section. Okay. Now, I want to close today's talk again with the powerful thought that winning feels good for us, for most of us, but maturity feels better. Okay? So, you can win an argument but lose the respect. You can win the credit but you lose the trust. You can win the promotion discussion but you will lose the peace. So, the true victory is, what is your influence? What is the impact you made on people's mind? Do they really want to be with you or not? Do they find you a composed, integrated person? Okay. So the real victory is, what's your authority? It's a long-term authority or short-term authority. Okay. So now, if this talk made you reflect, I want you to comment victory in the comment section. If this message really resonates with you, I want you to like this video, share this video, repost this video. Okay. And in case you have gone through such a situation where you have not able to manage the difficult conversations, or you feel that there is need for you to build that understanding of dealing with conflict situations, okay, that professional maturity, I want you to please have a one-to-one with me. There's a link at the comment section, or you can reach out to my profile page also, in LinkedIn profile page. You will find book an appointment. Just book there, okay, or become a part of my WhatsApp community. Okay, so that's it for today. I'm gonna sign off today. Your leadership coach Tushar Chaudhary, and tomorrow I'll come back again with one more leadership insight for all of you, focusing on the mid-career people and their life. They want to, how can we improve you guys to go to the leadership level? Until then, I want you to take care of yourself, and implement all the learnings what you have. I would like to hear from you, what exactly you learned from this session. In case you have any suggestions for me to talk, give me the topics, give me the suggestion, and I will prepare, and I will have a talk, I will give a live talk on that topic. Okay, so until that moment, I would like you to take care of yourself, and